Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rabbi Cass. I'm a Sofer in Muncie, New York, and you can find me online at sofercenter.com. So today we're going to talk about the different sizes of the batim. A question I get asked from time to time is, why do Chabad wear larger batim? And the answer to that question is that it's not just Chabad that wear larger batim. There are other Chassidim also that wear larger batim. But with that being said, there are different sizes amongst the batim. And what it boils down to is basically, what do you consider the bias? Which part of the bias is considered the bias? If you look in Shulchan Aruch, it says that the minimum shear for the batim is at least the titura of the batim, the base of the tefillin, is a etzba, which means a finger. And Shulchan Aruch says when it says a etzba, it means a gudel, which is a thumb. So a thumb, like any random thumb, where did that? 1 second. There it is. A thumb. Okay, so you have a thumb. How much is a thumb? So if I put my thumb on this measuring tape, it's just about an inch. I don't know if you could see that. Just about an inch is my thumb width. Okay, so that means that according to Shulchan Aruch, the base of the tefillin should be at least one thumb, which is about an inch, give or take. And the reason for that is because Shulchan Aruch says that if the tefillin were allowed to be smaller than 1 inch or one thumb width, we know that it's written that there's place on the tefillin, on the head, to hold 2 pairs of tefillin. Now, if we allowed the tefillin to be smaller than a thumb width, then it would be placed on the head to have 3 tefillin. So from there, Shulchan Aruch derives that the minimum width of the tefillin is 1 finger, 1 thumb width, which is about an inch. So then the Shulchan Aruch goes on and says, but from the Ge'ainim, it's proper that the Shoraish should actually be 2 fingers by 2 fingers. So and the lashon is that the batim of the shoraish, the bias of the shoraish should be 2 fingers by 2 fingers. So the question is, so how much is that? So that's roughly going to be just about 2 inches, just like that. So now here's where it gets the difference between the sizes of the batim. So if you want to follow the Ge'ainim and have the batim to be two fingers by 2 fingers, which is roughly 2 inches by 2 inches, the batim have to be substantially larger. The question is, what part of the batim are we measuring when we try to get this 2 fingers by 2 fingers? So according to the Alter Rebbe, which is Shulchan Aruch Harav, he holds that when it says batim, it's referring to the top section of the tefillin. So actually, let me explain standard size batim. I could have 2 fingers by 2 fingers and be measuring the base of the tefillin. Do you see how my fingers cover the whole base of the tefillin pretty much, my thumbs? Okay. Or I could be measuring the 2 fingers and the 2 fingers by the top section of the tefillin. Just like that. See? So according to the Shulchan Aruch Harav, he holds that batim refers to the upper section of the tefillin, which is also known as the ketzitza. Others would say that the titura is also considered a part of the tefillin, and when you're measuring the 2 fingers by 2 fingers, you're including the titura, not just the upper section of the tefillin. Now, when we say 2 by 2, how do we get the, we say that a lot of times the Chabad batim are 4 by 4. So what's 4 by 4? Well, an inch is roughly about 2 centimeters and change. So when we say 4 by 4, we mean 4 centimeters. Would be daled al daled, 4 by 4, which would be 2 fingers, 2 thumb widths by 2 thumb widths. A lot of times we know batim are also referred to as 40 or 42. That's millimeters. So that's roughly the 4 centimeters, which there's 10 millimeters in a centimeter. So you get 40 would be 4 centimeters, and that's how the measurements work. This would be, let's say, a 30 or a 35, which would be roughly 3.5 centimeters. And that measurement is referring to the upper section of the tefillin, but the bottom, the titura, would be larger. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, and subscribe. Share this with anybody who has the same question that you have, and we'll see you on the next video.